Welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience, Target Individual Programming. Well, I am surprised. I left the house to come out the apartment building, and there was a little siren that was going on because I was unlocking my phone. Whenever I unlock my phone, I have a passcode, and when I press certain numbers, they will use their sirens. Okay, so it can be very, again, my passcode is what it is, but there's certain numbers on my passcode that if I press, they will use their sirens. Okay, but that's only in that instance, right? But coming out the apartment building, no, you don't hear any noise campaign except for the alarm of the vehicle, because like I said, they will adjust and they will still engage in targeting in the noise campaign. It just moves from one form to another. All right, again, that is just for them to escape after not have me record the continuing noise campaign, particularly when they're using ambulances and police cars and fire trucks and so forth, right? Like I said, whenever you document and you show and have you show a pattern of the harassment, of the noise campaign, of the noise attacks, right? When the harassment of the police, of the New York Predator Police Department and the Predator officers, right? And they will push it. They will push it because, dog tries in position of power, narcissistic, psychopathic, predator police officers. It is their personality trait. Right? It is their personality trait. You get some the homeless woman now. It's usually the homeless dude, but now they got the homeless woman. Right? You know what I'm saying? They will push it because, when it comes to their ego, when it comes to their highly narcissistic personality, their psychopathic personality, this is what they do. They look at the people's cars. I say all of a sudden, man, when I see these things happening, it's a pattern. I see it all the time. All of a sudden, I start to see all these, not all of a sudden. Yeah, all of a sudden, not all the time. But all of a sudden, I start to see, a whole bunch of homeless people, and this dude is walking, looking at people's cars. But they do that, right? Because they know I'm recording. So they do that to try to garner some reason for being around here, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's what they'll do. Oh, look, well, on his video, it shows all these homeless people and they're looking in people's cars and stuff like that. That is because, again, they know how to engage in false narratives, and I know exactly how their mind works. And so this is why, when I say that, I have to put some context to it, right? So the reason why you start to see stuff like that is, again, because they want to have an excuse, a legitimate excuse, so they can target me, right, by showing up whenever I leave the house or I'm going home. It's because, again, this is what is called masking their crimes, right? That's what that is. It's called masking their crimes. And so we're going to have to keep on exposing these criminals for exactly who they are, right, and what they are about, and the lies and the deception that they're engaging. Like I said, when you look at, as I said, the word engaging, they use the sirens too. So the word engage, right? Use the sirens. Word in, use the sirens. Certain words or certain word or certain words, they use their sirens, right? Because that is who they are, right? Predators in position of authority. I was talking about these, in California, you had a whole bunch of police officers, predator police officers, who have been deemed unfit to be police officers. And what happened, right? They literally took them off the streets. And you know what these racist police association did? Sued and put these psychopathic, sociopathic cops, predator cops back on the street. You know what I'm saying? Now, they're discriminating against black people because, black and Hispanic people because, they're being raised in single, in homes where, no fathers, put it like this. So single parent home, right? I'm not gonna say, I gotta remember to not use the word single mother's home, but single parent homes, because the mother could be single. That doesn't mean that, a single parent home, that a single mother's home doesn't mean that she's not in, have, relationship or have you, right? It just means that single parents also means that the other parent does not live in the home. All right, so, and then again, she might not be single. She might be in a relationship. They're just not living together, right? So anyhow, so single parent, so they're discriminating against black and Hispanic men and women who want to join the police force because they are raised in single parent home, right? They say that, they're not psychologically fit. That's what they say. They always use the psychological diagnosis, right? But yet you have white police officers who should not be on the force, but they're allowed to be on the force despite the deeply troubling concern. Right? Besides the deeply troubling concern of their psychological mindset, right? But yeah, see what I mean? But yeah, they will always have, what you looking at, man? You know what I'm saying? I can tell you, they all got to send the Sambos. When they, gotta get sent the Sambos. It's all part of it. But, this is, again, just to prove to you guys that, like I said, what I say, it's because of what I know, right? And my legitimate hatred for these predator cops is well warranted, right? I didn't just hate cops. One that said I'm gonna hate cops. No, I hate the predator cops because for decades they have engaged in psychological warfare, covert warfare, cognitive warfare, psychological harassment, right? Coercive persuasion programming, using psychological threats, psychological threats, illegal surveillance, and such and such. Mind you, I said predator cops. All right. Okay, so let me just make that clear. Predator cops, not even though the good cops, they're very few. But yeah, this is what they do. So whenever they what they'll do is that they'll send these young black Sambos and Sambenas, right, who's going to be predator cops instead of good police officers, because a lot of them so want to advance their career that they will commit crimes and they will become silent. They will abuse the very same people that look like them in the communities that they grew up in. Okay, so the brainwashing and the conditioning is what they do, but unfortunately they are not intelligent enough to see what's going on.
A little bit too much for you. I can't handle it. You don't fucking say that for shit. Small shit.
All right, so anyhow, oh yeah, so they always got put on the show.
Utica Avenue, Empire Boulevard. Please exit through the rear door.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Utica Avenue, Empire
Take him off.
Boulevard.
Good morning. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me let them.
Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, push the chair Yes.
When I put these things, we are staying. I take it on and go. When I report it, nothing, so I do not work. I'm not every day. I take insurance, that's a concern when I'm under bribing those inside it. Too much. Sometimes when I eat a cash, they're coming down. That's about it. But the rest of it. So I'm not doing
Please exit through the rear door. Utica Avenue, Winthrop Street. Please exit through the rear door. Utica Avenue, Church Avenue.
Hello, all customers. A fare is required to ride. Your fares keep all of us happy. Thank you for riding with us.
Utica Avenue, Church
Excuse me.
Avenue.
Go down this way. Go down this way. Go down this way. I'm coming. I give it to you. Don't worry. I give it to you.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Have a good day. All right. So, few things. You can, if you go back and watch the video while on the bus, when I was on the bus, there's a dude sitting down, and you know he has his phone on, and look at how he has his phone face. He has his phone face towards me, right, so that I can see what is on his phone screen. Now I don't know what it is, but it looks like it might be a banking app. And I talk about how, you know, when they try to do certain things and it doesn't pan out, how they will engage in a subliminal message of, you know, hacking my bank account or what have you. they hacked my social media account, right? And you'll see, because it's very strange, right? He has his phone on, pointing to, facing towards me, not looking at his phone now. Or if he's looking at it, he's, then he turns and sometimes he'll look at me, right? And I'm just like, yeah, okay. And then you see what they do is that they use the Predator Police Department to try to, intimidate me. Then they start sending subliminal message about hacking my bank account. Well, hack my bank account and see what's happening. Hey, my bank account is insured, okay? Whatever money I have in my bank account, it is insured. So I don't know who they think they're fooling and who they are. And, I'll tell you, they're hilarious. They are hilarious. But like I said, it's a fight that I'm ready for, all right? It's a fight that I'm ready for, and it's a fight that they really don't want to have, because I'm going to take everything from them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take everything from them. It's a fight that I want to have, but it's a fight that they don't want to have. That's why they engage in the behavior that they engage in, because they don't want people to understand and know what it is that they're doing and how they're doing it. And again, the fact that, they can do whatever they want to us in our community and get each other to participate in harming and targeting each other. Our community, like I said, the dumbass Negropeans, and the idea of using two Sambos in Sambena, Sambo and a Sambena, right, somehow doesn't make it racist. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You see, the white supremacists are not that smart. They're not that smart. Matter of fact, they're stupid, right? Because they believe that by using black police officers, or I should say not black, but Negropean police officers, the Sambos and the Sambenas, right, that somehow when they target me, it's not racism. It is. What have I said, right? And again, I didn't just say this. This is what those in law, those who are social scientists have said, is that there are 4 areas in which black people can be racist towards their own, right? Because they are working within a system and in positions in a system that is racist in itself, that is discriminatory in itself. And so when they hold positions that can take away your life and your freedom, right, that can prevent you from moving upwards within the society, right, they use it to keep you at the bottom, right? When it comes to medicine, like doctors and stuff like that, those positions give them the ability to do what? Right? To take away your life or to limit your capacity to be healthy, fully healthy, in a way in which you can pursue, a happy life, right? And what's the other one? The financial markets, okay? The financial markets, when they get in certain positions, they can deny you loans, things like that, to, again, prevent you from economic upwards mobility. So there are areas in this system of white supremacy in which black people operate, right, that they can be racist towards black people, other black people, okay, and other non-white people. All right, so don't be fooled, because they show you, and also politics, I forget that, politics, that's the 4th one, politics, right, in terms of them not supporting policies for the benefit of black people, right? So yeah, so don't be fooled, because they're using the Negropean Sambos and Sambenas, who wear a gun and a badge, that they're not operating as racist predator police officers. Okay, don't be fooled by that. They most certainly are. All right. Kevin.
Next stop, Church Avenue and East 48th Street.